Coach, big win. If you can just start with an opening statement.
Yeah, I want to first just offer our thoughts to, Justin Moore and Dewato Newberry. Both of those guys went down with kind of eerily similar falls in the same spot on the floor. Just unfortunate for both those guys because I know they mean so much to both programs. So I want to first start with that. I want to give Loyola a lot of credit, especially to start the game. They had us on our heels. They had us all jumbled up in a lot of different ways and really kind of established the tone of the game. And luckily we got to halftime with the game still kind of in balance and made some adjustments at halftime, talked about some things from just a principle standpoint of what we want to do offensively, and credit to Malik and the guys for just going out with a lot better intention to start the second half. Proud of the group. That's a program kind of type win in a lot of different ways, and for Malik and the veterans to get that done here against a really good team, a team that we expect to be in the NCAA tournament. Just really proud of our team.
Coach Rocco Miller, congrats on the win. Just wanted, from your perspective, it looked like the first half when Newberry went down, the rest of the half, a lot of different substitutions, a little bit of a piecemeal approach trying to see what fit. Do you want to talk about what was going on in your mind on how did it, not only manage the substitutions, but also psychologically keep the guys together?
Yeah, I mean, number one, it was a little bit of musical chairs because we weren't playing well when he went down, and we were just trying to find a combination that maybe caught a little bit of rhythm. And, played a lot of different lineups there in the first half, really just trying to get to halftime. And wanted to cut into the lead and just get to halftime where we would have a chance to regroup, take a breath, and kind of evaluate some of the things that we were doing on both sides of the ball. And as I said, credit to these guys for just staying the course. And that's the beauty of basketball is a 40-minute game. And halftime is a great time to make some adjustments, to kind of recalibrate. And if you're playing well, you want to build on that. And if you're not, you have a chance to right the wrong. And as I said, Malik and the rest of our guys really bought into the messaging at halftime, but took ownership of it too. And can't say enough about, these guys of just their will to win.
Yeah, Malik, for you, at what point maybe did you feel like, all right, I'm going to have to take the game into my own hands in some ways and be the primary? And what was the experience like knowing that you're one of your leaders, Newberry is definitely one of the leaders on the team, it was gone, and what was that experience like today?
First and foremost, I want to give glory to my Lord and Savior. Without him, none of this would be possible. And it's a long game. It's a 40-minute game. We just wanted to stick with it. It's a game full of runs. So I just told my team to just stick with it, stay confident, stay shot ready, and just focus on defense and focus on rebounding. And shots will fall, and we'll eventually hit our stride.
That's terrific. And then for you, Coach, when Moore went down for Loyola, was it just focus on yourselves, or was there anything that you saw that maybe Loyola was going to be lacking in terms of another primary scoring option being off their lineup?
Yeah, I mean, they do a lot of things defensively that almost force you to play one-on-one. They switch a lot, 1 through 4. They even switch some with the 5 tonight. And so what we were trying to do is maybe exploit some of the matchups and really space the floor. And we talked about that a lot at halftime is we have to get to our penetration rules. We have to space them out and get downhill and make kind of quality decisions off 2 feet. We did not do a good job of that in the first half. And credit to these guys to kind of reeling it back in and understanding what was going to allow us to win. And did a much better job in the second half of kind of following that blueprint.
Coach, you guys have had a lot of neutral site games this year, not having to travel, going to Daytona early in the year, now coming here to the Midwest, and you have a big road game coming up at Bradley. Talk about a little bit about your scheduling and we know the efforts you have to go through as a mid-major to get these games.
Yeah, it's not easy, that's for sure. Our scheduling coach, Kyle Bankhead, probably doesn't like when he sees my phone number come up on his screen. Just the challenge of finding enough quad 1, quad 2 opportunities that can keep you in the mix, and if you handle your business, keep you in the conversation to be an at-large team. And so that's what we tried to do. There's never an exact science to it. It's hard to forecast how teams are going to perform exactly, but I thought this year we did a great job of kind of identifying some games that were going to give us the opportunities of what we were looking for. And so if we have to travel to Florida and we have to come to Milwaukee to play a neutral game and stay on the road a couple extra days and go to a really, really challenging Bradley game on Wednesday night, who we have a lot of respect for and know that's going to be a dogfight. It's good for our program. And so we want to play games that prepare us for March, for whatever that looks like.
Coach, I thought Abosi and O'Donnell, I think they both had a season high in minutes. Abosi only had 9, but it seemed like he was out there a lot longer to me. But I'll trust it. 19 minutes for O'Donnell, his high for the year. And I thought they both brought quality. What was it like? Did you see a maturation process develop in front of us today?
Yeah, I don't think either one of them are ever scared of the moment, and they're a little bit more mature than their years would suggest. They're both international players that have played a lot of FIBA games at a high level, represented their country, and credit to them for understanding as freshmen with some veteran guys in front of them that you just kind of got to stay the course, stay ready. You never know when your number is going to be called, and sure enough, tonight we needed both those guys, and neither one of them backed down. And the stats probably don't reflect kind of the influence they had on the game, but James can really defend his position. He's athletic, he's tough, and same with Ben. I mean, he doesn't look like a freshman from a physical standpoint. And I thought both of them just had some really winning-type plays that, probably don't show up in the box score, but we're going to need both those guys to continue to develop, obviously, with Dueto being out.
Yeah, and is there an update on Newberry? And how's he doing psychologically back there?
Yeah, he's beat up and taking it really hard, as we all expect him to. But everything with him, he's so happy that we won the game. And the guys were even having that conversation at halftime as the game was going on, that we were going to try to win the game for not only ourselves but for Dueto. He's given so much of this program, blood, sweat, tears, has grown up so much as a player, and don't want to kind of forecast what the injury is. We'll, evaluate that, get an MRI, and hope for the best. But regardless, can't say enough about him. He's just kind of the heart and soul of our program in a lot of different ways. So credit to him for just supporting his teammates too throughout the rest of the course of that game.
Cool. And then last question for me, preparation for Bradley. What does that look like the next couple days, and what are you looking forward to most? Maybe Malik, I'll ask you.
Just get some rest tonight, get a good meal, and then start preparation tomorrow morning. Breaking down the film. Whoever has scouts is going to have a great job, and have a travel day tomorrow. So get our feet under us and be ready for Wednesday.
Malik, last question is for you. Ryan Beasley, it seemed like one of his first games he fully felt comfortable. What did you see out of your teammate?
Oh, he told me at halftime, as soon as he saw one go down, that it's up. So proud of him and his progress into the season. Obviously, he wasn't playing as he wanted to play, like coming up to this game, but he stuck with it. So it takes one shot to get you going, and that's what Beasley did for sure.